Today's story is about a pool boy. See, this pool boy is not an ordinary pool boy. He's a 26-year-old pool boy who just stole someone's love of their life. That's right. OP is a 46-year-old man posting about his wife divorcing him, going to date the pool boy, which is almost 15 years younger. But that's not all. The entire neighborhood knows about it, his work knows about it, his best friends are even siding with the pool boy, saying he's much more chill. And if that's not enough, there's going to be an absolute explosion. There's a point where OP reaches where he says, "I've had enough. That's fine if you want to divorce me, that's fine if you want to run off with a pool boy, but the thing that you're not going to do is take my children away from me." And guys, I have every single update. Let's stop yapping and hop into it. So, I'm 46. I've been married for 17 years to my wife, who's 38. We have 3 kids together, a daughter, a son, and a daughter. I thought we had a decent life, not very perfect, but decent. I work in logistics, make okay money, nothing crazy. Been going through what I guess you would call a midlife crisis for the past year. I bought a gym membership I never use. Have about 30 Amazon packages I haven't even opened, and started this koi pond project in the backyard that's basically just a muddy hole. You know, typical middle-aged guy stuff. The Mustang, though, that's different. It was a 1967 fastback that I've been restoring for 15 years. My dad and I started it together before he passed. Every weekend, every spare dollar that did not go to the kids or the mortgage went into the car. It was maybe 90% done, just needed the interior finished and some final touches on the paint. I came home from work Tuesday to find it gone. Empty driveway. I thought it was stolen at first, so I called the cops and everything. Then my wife casually mentioned over dinner while eating the spaghetti I made, that she sold it to Danny's cousin for $6,000 because we needed the money for pool maintenance. What? Guys, Danny is our pool boy. He's 26 years old, shirtless, always, and has one of those TikTok haircuts. Been cleaning our pool for about 2 years now. $6,000 for a car worth at least $45,000, even unfinished, but that's not even the worst part, believe it or not. See, things have been weird for months. She suddenly starts caring about tanning, which she never did before. Started buying these expensive swimsuits, and I came home early from work about 3 weeks ago, and Danny was here checking the pH levels. At 8 p.m. in the dark, my wife was in her bikini getting his professional opinion on whether we needed a new filter. Then there was my birthday last month. She bought a cake from the grocery store. Not even the good grocery store, the cheap one. When she brought it out, there was already a slice missing. She said Danny wanted to make sure it tasted good because she wasn't sure it was fresh. My kids just sat there looking at their phones while she served me cake that another man already ate from on my birthday. The Netflix thing happened the same week. I got to watch Better Call Saul and I'm locked out. She changed the password. When I asked her about it, she said that she was reorganizing profiles and made mine a kid's profile by accident. Yeah, for 3 weeks, I could only watch Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol. She kept forgetting to fix it. And yeah, Danny apparently needed his own profile because he likes to watch pool maintenance videos on our account when he's here. My son won't even talk to me anymore. Used to be, hey, we'd throw the football around every weekend. Now he says mom told him I'm going through something and needs space. But guess who's been teaching him to throw? Danny, with my football in my backyard with my boy, while I'm at work paying for the house that they're playing in. Last week at mediation, she filed for divorce, surprise, surprise. Her lawyer brought up how I never finish anything, and pointed to the treehouse I started building for the kids 3 summers ago. It's still half done, just rotting in the backyard, and Danny apparently offered to finish it. Of course he did. My daughter has a new iPhone 15. When I asked how she got it, she said Mom's friend bought it for me because you can't afford nice things for us. Mom's friend, that's what she calls him. The credit card statement came yesterday, $1,800 in pool supplies and outdoor furniture. Charged the same week she filed for divorce. There's a tiki bar next to my pool now, and I've never been more sober in my life. And there's a tiki bar next to my pool. The neighbors all know. See, Jim from across the street asked me last week how I'm handling this. The whole cul-de-sac got invited to a pool party last weekend, and everybody was there except me. I could see it from my bedroom window. Danny flipping burgers on my grill using my spatula, the one that says King of the Grill, that my kids got me for Father's Day about 3 years ago. She drained our joint account down to nothing, left me $37 in quarters in a Ziploc bag on the kitchen counter with a post-it note that said, "For gas money." A smiley face was drawn on there. You want to know the most humiliating part? I got served divorce papers at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. The kid working the window handed me a spicy sandwich and then an envelope, saying somebody paid him $20 to give it to me. As I'm sitting there reading that, my wife wants to divorce me. This 16-year-old acne-face kid says, "My pleasure," because that's what they say at Chick-fil-A. She listed our wedding china on Facebook Marketplace, the set her grandmother gave us, listed herself as single and ready to mingle in the description. It sold in an hour to someone named Derek, who commented, "Your ex is lost, babe." My son was supposed to come fishing with me last Sunday. Texted me Saturday night that he could not make it because Danny promised to take me to Bass Pro Shop to look at a boat. We don't own boats. We never owned a boat, but apparently Danny getting one. I tried to log into my Spotify yesterday. All my playlists have been renamed to Dad's Crying Playlist, Divorced Guy Energy, and She Never Loved You Mix, Pool Boy's Better Than You, 20 years of carefully curated playlists gone. Replaced with this. The dog won't even come to me anymore, my own animal, that I raised from a puppy. Sleeps outside Danny's feet when he's here. Follows him around with his tail wagging, and when I tried to pet him yesterday, he growls at me, the person who house-trained him. At the grocery store last week, I heard 2 moms from my daughter's school talking about it. They didn't see me in the next aisle, and one said, "I don't blame her. Have you seen Danny? He cleans pools and, well, more if you know what I mean." They laughed. They actually laughed about my life falling apart. She told me to my face. At our kitchen table, where we've eaten thousands of meals together, he makes me feel alive. You make me feel like I'm slowly dying in suburbia. I know this is bigger than just cheating. This is complete humiliation. This is destroying me as a person, as a father, as a man. And everyone's watching it happen in real time. Like it's some kind of neighborhood reality show. I don't know what to do. But I know I need to document everything. Something tells me this is going to get worse before it gets better. I'll update when I can. If anyone's been through something similar, please tell me it gets better. Because right now I'm sitting in my car in the parking lot of a Planet Fitness I don't even go to, typing this on my phone because I can't stand to be in that house anymore, and I just need to hear from you guys. Please, tell me, what would you do? What's up, everybody? Oh man, today's story is going to be insane. The first update was posted 2 weeks later, and it seems like OP is going through a midlife crisis with his wife cheating on him essentially with the pool boy. It seems like all the neighbors know in the cul-de-sac, and OP just doesn't really know how to handle this. Guys, when I tell you it's about to get so much more intense, you have no idea. Go ahead and drop a like on this video, drop a comment down below, tell me, if you were in OP's position, what would you do to get out of this? Would you leave? Would you try counseling? What would you do? Here is the first update, guys, and thank you for joining me on another story posted 2 weeks later. I wasn't going to update this soon, but things have gotten so much worse that I need to get it out before I lose my mind. First, thank you to everybody who messaged me. I read every single one, even if I could not reply. To the person who said I should get a lawyer immediately, I did. To the person who told me to document everything, I am. To the person who said Danny was probably living in my house while I'm at work, well, you were right. You were absolutely right. I installed a camera. I know, probably not legal in my state because nothing here is. Whatever. But it's still my house until the divorce is final, and Danny has his own key. He comes over at 10 a.m. every day, whether the pool needs a cleaning or not. His laundry is my washer. His protein powder is in my kitchen, and his flip-flops are under my bed. Last Thursday, she threw a barbecue and posted it on Facebook as summer lovin' with my better half, heart emoji, fire emoji, with pictures of her and Danny. Obviously, I was not invited to the barbecue. My own daughter was in the picture doing TikTok dances with them in front of my grill using my patio furniture under the string lights that I set up. My coworkers have seen everything. Well, she didn't even make her profile private. My boss pulls me aside and asks if I need some time off, paid. The intern showed me a TikTok of Danny doing backflips into my pool, while my wife films and cheers. Yeah, it has 47,000 views. I don't know if it's half bots or real people. The caption says "Forever Yours" on the back, and he's wearing a watch that says "Forever Yours" that my wife must have gave him. She listed my motorcycle on Craigslist, my Harley. I found out when a buyer shows up at my house on Saturday while I was there, and Danny answers the door in my bathrobe. The buyer looked at me, looked at Danny, and just goes, "Damn, awkward." At the gas station, I overheard two guys laughing about that dude whose wife is with the pool boy. They were talking about me in my town, where I've lived for 15 years, and I'm now the dude whose wife is with the pool boy, and I'm just here. My daughter calls him Uncle D. She asked me why I can't be fun like Uncle D. When I said no to buying her concert tickets that cost $400, first of all, who the hell is performing for $400? The Home Depot thing, geez, the Home Depot thing. I get an email thanking me for my purchase. It was $600 in patio furniture and tiki torches, charged to my rewards card. The points that I've been saving for 5 years to redo the basement, gone for tiki torches and off-brand chairs. A pool boy's paradise. She claimed in therapy that I'm paying for, that I need anger management. Oh, her evidence? The one time I raised my voice when I found condoms in her car. Magnums. I don't use magnums. You know who probably does? Uncle D. Ugh. She wants an open marriage now. Said that this is what the therapist said was a good idea with a straight face. An open marriage while she's already with Danny. That's like asking for a diet plan while you're eating a birthday cake. Danny made a TikTok in my kitchen, shirtless, making protein shakes using my blender, and he pans to my worst best dad mug and goes, "More like world's most replaceable dad." My daughter liked the video, double-tapped the video mocking me. So, let's talk about the insurance thing. She tried to change the beneficiary on my life insurance to Danny, and the life insurance actually caused me, and the agent who I've known for 10 years was like, Jim, did you mean to change your beneficiary to a Daniel Morrison? I've never wanted to pass away and not go at the same time so much in my life. My dog sleeps in their bed now, and I tried to call him over last night when I stopped by to get more clothing. He just looked at me and looked at Danny and went to lay down at Danny's feet. My wife laughed and said even Buster knows an upgrade when he sees one. I don't know why this next part bothers me the most, but they got matching tattoos. A chlorine molecule with a heart around it. Ew. She posted it on Instagram with a bonding at a molecular level, #emoji. Our wedding anniversary is next month. We were supposed to go to Hawaii, and she's taking Danny already. Yeah, for our anniversary, she says it's not cancelable. My son finally talked to me yesterday. You want to know what he said? Mom says you're probably going to try to manipulate us because you're having a mental life breakdown. Danny says that I should give you space to work on yourself. Guys, a 26-year-old pool boy is giving my son advice about his father. She calls him her partner now, not boyfriend but partner, like they're building a life together. They've been together for 3 months, but we have built 17 years. And I'm the one being replaced by a guy who thinks cryptocurrency is a trait. My friends, or I guess my former friends, admitted that they prefer hanging out with Danny because he can hang. He brings good vibes, doesn't complain all the time, like I do. I'm sorry, you'd probably complain too if your wife was with a 26-year-old pool boy. Sorry for complaining that my life is falling apart, Brett. Really, I'm messing the vibe up with my emotional devastation, huh? Oh, guess what? She's pregnant. No, I'm kidding, but the fact that you believed it for a second shows how messed up this situation is. What she did do is throw a freedom party last weekend, complete with a cake that said finally free and balloons like she's celebrating getting parole. My neighbor sent me the pictures and everyone from our street was even there. Everybody except me, obviously, and the person she got a free from. I'd say the final straw was this week. She asked me to help Danny move some furniture, and she actually texted me asking if I could help my replacement move furniture in my own home. When I said no, she called me petty and said I was proving her point about why we didn't work out. Guys, I'm not okay. I'm in my car again, sitting at Wendy's, probably about to get a 4 for $4, watching a teenager in a paper hat have a better day than me. But you know what? I have a plan. I'm not going to do anything illegal or crazy, but I'm done being the victim. More updates coming, but right now, I'm about to get a Halloween edition smoothie, or maybe a Frosty is what they call them at Wendy's, and a 4 for $4 cheeseburger. I'll be back for an update. Update number 2, posted 3 weeks later. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is more than likely going to be my final update, but, well, you'll see. Remember how I said I had a plan 3 weeks ago? Well, I did not. I was angry, I was just typing nonsense, but the universe apparently had its own plan, and holy macaroni, it delivered. So Danny got arrested. Yep, arrested. Turns out our genius pool boy got drunk at a party and decided to skinny dip in the neighbor's pool at 2 in the morning. The neighbor, by the way, is a 74-year-old retired judge who lives 3 houses down. This idiot, Danny, thought it was our house because he was wasted, and apparently all suburban houses look the same when you're hammered on White Claws. Judge Henderson pressed charges, full prosecution. It made the local paper. And I'll just read the title because obviously I have the paper framed. Local pool maintenance professional. Because apparently you can be a professional making $12 an hour. Local pool maintenance professional arrested for incident exposure and trespassing. The article included his mugshot, shirtless of course, because he's physically incapable of putting on a shirt unless it's a skin tight. My wife tried to spin it as a misunderstanding, but there's a video from the Ring camera. Hello, 2025, cameras everywhere, of Danny taking a pee in the judge's prized rosebush while singing Old Town Road. But wait, it gets better. Remember those TikToks where someone found Danny's OnlyFans? Yeah, that's right, an OnlyFans, where he's been filming in my house with props that include my golf trophies and my kids' family photos in the background, and someone sent the link to everyone at my wife's job. Yeah, she's a dental hygienist, and, well, was a dental hygienist. They fired her for conduct unbecoming of someone who works with children. You want to know about the Mustang, my beautiful 67? Found it wrapped around a telephone pole 2 towns over. Danny was driving it drunk, again with drinking Danny. Yeah, he's fine, but the car is totaled. But here's the thing. I never signed over the title. It's still in my name, and there's a receipt in my glove box with my wife's signature authorizing him to drive it. My insurance company is very interested in that receipt. As is my lawyer, as is the prosecutor handling Danny's DUI case. Speaking of my wife, she's having a rough time. Danny drained her accounts, not like metaphorically, literally drained them. Took the $6,000 from the Mustang sale, maxed out her credit cards on crypto, and lost it on something called pool coin, which he swore was going to go to the moon, whatever that means. He also pawned her engagement ring, the one that I saved for 2 years to buy. Pawned it for $800 and spent it on a jet ski rental for the weekend. A rental! My kids have turned. My daughter missed her SAT prep class because my wife forgot to pick her up, too busy making TikToks with Danny about living their best life. My son was stranded at basketball practice until 10. The coach drove him home. When they got there, my wife and Danny were in the hot tub doing hot tub things, and my 14-year-old son and his coach saw things that could not be unseen. Both kids are living with me now in my apartment. Yeah, I got an apartment. It's small, but it is mine. And you know what? It's peaceful. No pool boys, no TikTok, no matching tattoos. Speaking of the apartment, I finally finished something. Remember the koi pond I mentioned? The one that was just a muddy hole, I finished it. Spent every evening after work for 3 weeks, installed the pump to filter the lights, put in rocks one by one, and built a little waterfall. Even added a bench next to it, and the neighbors have started coming just to see it. The next door neighbor brought me cookies and said it's, better than those meditation gardens in Japan. Jim across the streets apologized for going to the pool parties and admitted Danny kept hitting on his wife. The HOA president asked if I helped design one for the community center. They're calling me the Koi King. I kinda like the ring of it. Yeah, I'm the Koi King now, and I love it. My wife showed up at my apartment last week crying, and Danny left her for a 41-year-old woman who owns a pool supply company. He wants to get his. He's moving to Florida with her, and my wife wants to come in and talk. Can you believe that? I looked at her, thought about all the humiliation, all the public mockery, all the pain, and I closed the door. Quietly, no drama, just closed it. My son told me something yesterday that broke me and healed me at the same time. He said, "Dad, I get it now. You were the one trying the whole time, and Mom and Danny were just playing home. He's starting at quarterback this fall, asked if I'd help him practice with our football, not Danny's." Yeah. Oh, I started a YouTube channel. I don't know what to name it yet, but the first video is going to be me restoring my grandmother's china. They said my wife, the one that she tried to sell on Facebook. I bought it back from Derek, turned out to be a decent guy going through his own divorce. I hope the video goes viral. My wife and Danny's scandal is now legendary in town. The pool boy incident is what everyone calls it. She can't go to Target without someone whispering Danny's mugshot as a meme in our local Facebook group. Someone even edited it to say this could be your pool boy, as a warning to suburban wives. Last night I sat by my koi pond. The fish are beautiful, orange and white and black, swimming in little patterns, and the water makes this peaceful little dripping sound. My kids were inside doing homework, and my dog, Buster, he came with me. Turns out he just goes where the food is. For the first time in months, I felt okay. Not great, but I'm feeling okay. My wife texted me while I was sitting there. She said 4 words. It made me laugh. She said, "I made a mistake." I didn't even reply. I just watched my fish swim in circles, thinking about how sometimes you have to lose everything to realize you already had what you needed. You just had to finish building it. Danny, if you're reading this from the great state of Florida, the pool was never that dirty, bro. It was never about the pool. To everybody who followed this, what do they call it, a saga? Thank you. Your comments, your support, your brutal honesty is what I needed. You helped a broken 46-year-old man remember who he was before all the chlorine poisoning and the tattoo. I'm gonna go feed my koi now. They're looking a little hungry, and unlike some people in this story, I like to keep a commitment, even if it's just a fish. Peace out, Girl Scout. The Koi King has left the building. Alright guys, so we've seen quite a few cheating stories on this channel, and it always seems like the one who goes for the much younger couple, or boy or girl, in this case a pool boy, it always turns out to be a bad ending. The wife realizes she made a crucial mistake, but this time, the husband is not coming back. He says, "You know what? I gave you opportunities, you embarrassed me in front of the entire neighborhood. I'm not taking you back." I want to read some of these comments and discuss it with you guys and see your opinion. Here is the first comment. It says, Bro lost his wife to a dude whose entire skill set is pouring chlorine in water, and you're telling me he's the failure here? Danny peaked at 26, and it's all downhill. OP's out here building koi empires. Team Koi King. Comment number 2 says, OP, you're not the a-hole. But seriously, let this go. You You need to move on. You let this go on for how long before installing cameras, first of all? My man was literally living in your house wearing your bathrobe and you're like, oh, this is fine. Well, I'm glad you grew a spine. Dude, what the heck? Comment 3. I'm sorry, but the image of a 74-year-old retired judge having to see Danny's junk at 2 a.m. has me hilariously laughing. That's what you get for thinking every pool boy is your pool, Danny. Comment 4, and by the way, it seems like these people are not a fan of Danny. As a couples counselor here, I've seen this pattern 100 times. Going to therapy, building fish ponds, crying in parking lots. No wonder she went for the pool boy. At least he has abs. Hit the gym instead of the internet, my guy. Well, that's weird. Anyways, here is the final comments. Okay, but can we talk about the pond? Drop the YouTube link for your new channel. I'm going through something similar, and if this man can build a whole ecosystem while his life burns down, well, maybe there's hope for me too. Guys, let me know what you would say to OP if you could say something in the comment section down below. Thank you for joining me on today's video, and if you want more daily stories, which range from inheritance dramas, HOA disputes, cheating stories, mother-in-law dramas, I mean, we cover it all. Click that subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow. And of course, remember one thing. It's cool to be kind. Peace.